Give me that work and I can sell it, I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in the prison, man, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. With that, let's head over to the Space City of Houston. Standing by at NRG Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As we get set to watch Josh Rosen command this offense, the number 10 pick in the 2018 draft.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Watch out, watch out. Tight end right. Even, 4 down.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Let's go!
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but it definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Johnson. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
2nd and 5. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Johnson was the intended receiver. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Again, it'll be Mack. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Well, look now at our starting defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
I remember years ago spending time with a top defensive coordinator, and he said the number one thing you have to do is hang your hat on something. Create your identity. This unit, they hang their hat on being stingy against the run.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is ready to
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rosen, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
He's coming. Check in. Let's go. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Mike 28, second turn.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to fire one deep left side, and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9. On the first down play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll drop the throw. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. He has not been on his A game, but his team has really picked him up. I think he probably now, second quarter, he's thinking, all right, time for me to get going.
And he also has to keep in mind that, he has contributed. You're exactly right. Not totally on his A game, but guess what?
He's got the touchdown.
He's got a touchdown pass. Yes, he tempered it with an interception. But he has contributed, and he just can't get down and worry about his own stats. The team's winning. That's cause for celebration, even though there's a ways to go.
And now he'll be looking to contribute a little bit more. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help a running game as well.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Rosen to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they're bringing your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Houston. He goes 91 yards on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They'll look to throw.
Let's see what you got.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And they will finally get it. Get out, they couldn't stop him. It was the offense setting the edge and getting the big gain.
Yeah, essentially when you're the defensive end, when they talk about setting the edge so the offense has to bounce it one way or the other, instead that edge was actually rounded off by the offense and continued deep down the field.
On first down, Mack. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And now it's Rosen looking. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Rosen will throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rosen looking to throw. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Rosen on first down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Rosen. He completes this one to Mack. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Rosen. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And with that, they'll take a 1-point lead here in the second. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
2nd and 9 now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. They'll set up a throw.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He finds his man Johnson, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Open man is Ross, complete. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Let's get off the field, G.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Now back to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. We got 4. Right?
Rosen on 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack on 1st down, Rosen, Ebron caught left side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 13.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Over the middle, complete. It's Ramsey. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Tyus Bowser, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyus Bowser. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Rosen to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Indianapolis.
Right here, right here.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Throwing on second down, Rosen. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They'll run it. It's Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Now Rosen to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
To throw is Rosen. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run with Mack, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. 1:53 remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped, and the Texans scoop it, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
He's coming. Check in.
He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So that drive, 4 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. They're trying, Charles, just to simply preserve this tie at this point. I mean, well, they take a turnover, pick 6, but they're trying to hold on to that tie.
No doubt about it, and they have to stay on alert here in case they try and run something big. Some teams are really gamblers. They want to get after it a little bit. Make sure that doesn't happen. And also, if you're the offensive team, you might think to yourself, let's just get to overtime. Take a knee and let's get out of here.
They have a decision. They could play it conservative or maybe a little more liberal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ramsey. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Throwing now is Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming, check in. Mike 28,
2nd and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Hey, check. Watch twins.
They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run here with Mack. is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Indianapolis, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year, and they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.